Hello, my name is Victor Barriadoragbaragbo. I am from Ogoni Kingdom in present-day Rivers State, Nigeria. And I thank God for giving me this opportunity to share this message with my beloved Ogoni people, Nigerians, and friends all over the world, and even the enemies of Ogoni people. It has really been a burden on my heart for a long time now to share this message with you all. So I give thanks to God. But before I proceed, I would like to sing the Ogoni Liberation Song, which is very inspiring. It's like a catalyst that speeds up the rate of chemical reaction, and then it's like an energy drink in the short form. So let me go. Aken pia ogoni aken nile igana kono we azia I sitam pia ogoni sitam nile igana kono we azia I nokpa pia ogoni nokpa nile igana kono we azia I beno pia ogoni beno nile igana kono we azia I enga pia ogoni enga nile igana kono we azia I gbene ogoni bonka gbene ogoni bonzo gbene ogoni ka alinebari. Great Ogoni people, great. For the sake of those who don't understand the meaning of that song, it simply says Ogoni people should arise, and they should not let the world cheat them again. Ogoni people should arise and work. They should not let the world cheat them again. Ogoni people should arise and study, learn, go to school. They should not let the world cheat them again. Ogoni people should arise and agitate, fight peacefully for your freedom, and don't let the world cheat you again. Ogoni people should do what? Rejoice. Because finally rejoice will come at the end. We are going to rejoice. And then he said, when I say Bene Ogoni, it means great Ogoni people. And Boenka means land of honor. Boenzo means land of wealth. And Kalinebare means glory be to God. So, like I said, I created a Facebook page so I can get in contact with many Ogoni people as possible, and friends, lovers of Ogoni all over the world, and even the enemies of Ogoni that do not understand what Ogoni stands for. So the basic thing is, Ogoni people has been in the race for freedom, agitation for freedom for themselves, for the environment, and for the minority for long years now. So, but many people do not understand the basic reasons why Ogoni people are agitating for freedom within the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They do not understand. So, what I have with me today is the Ogoni Bill of Rights. I'm going to read a few things from there so that people can truly understand what Ogoni wants, what Ogoni stands for, and even our few or young Ogoni youths, like those born in the late 80s, 90s, and then in the 2000s that don't really know, they should also understand this, so no one will toss them to and fro. So The Facebook page I created is Ogoni Kingdom Mandate Prayer Movement. And I would like to say that if I want to caption this talk, I would just say Ogoni people need spiritual backup. We need spiritual backup. So the main vision of that Facebook page is to actualize the Ogoni Bill of Rights. And then the mission is, which is how, is to create the Ogoni future through prayers. You agree with me that without prayers, you cannot achieve anything tangible in this world. Many people go to the devil, people go to God. But if you go to the devil, you know the consequences. You're born in hell. But when you come to God, God will give you everything, and you have peace, love, and eternal life. So, like I said, the page which I created, the Ogoni Mandate Prayer Movement, it is not a replacement for MOSAP, which is an umbrella organization for the Ogoni people. No, it is only going to help. It's only going to pray. We are going to pray for MOSAP. We are going to pray for MOSAP leadership in Ogoni land. We are going to pray for the entire Ogoni people. We are going to pray for good things to come to Ogoni people. We are going to pray for Ogoni land extensively. We are going to pray. Because if we don't pray, things doesn't work the way we want. So we shouldn't give opportunity to people to use us the way they want to use us. No, we've got to stand up and pray. Whatever agitation we are doing, whatever lobby, whatever dialogue we are doing, whatsoever we are doing to free Ogoni people, we must back it up with prayers. You must have a spiritual backup that will enable you to go far. It will speed up the race for you. It will make things quicker. So, like I said, the God in His infinite mercy started with an Ogoni man long years ago in the 40s and the 50s called Honorable Timothy Paul Naku Birabi. He was a great Ogoni man. He was the first leader we had that took us to the sky. In fact, they did so much for Ogoni. He used his team of surveyors. The surveyor ran Ogoni. He built roads. He built different things for Ogoni people. And when he died, unfortunately, at a very young age of 37, there was a vacuum in the leadership in Okada of Ogoni. Not that there were no leaders, but we're talking about leaders that could coordinate the entire people, bring them to speak in one voice. He was a minister designate in 1953 before he passed on. He passed on immediately. He came back from the London Constitutional Conference where they negotiated for the freedom of Nigeria. He represented the NCNC party in the Eastern region in those days. So he was very influential. He created Ogoni State Representative Assembly, OSRA. So he had good visions for his people and for Nigeria. So we'll miss him. So after that long period of time, of about 40 years, God in His infinite mercy, because God used him to lay the foundation for which Ogoni people should follow. And then after 40 years, God visited Ken Saro-Wiwa and inspired him again to start from where Birabi has stopped. And then Ken Saro-Wiwa downloaded everything God gave to him and then presented it in a book called the Ogoni Bill of Rights. So the basis for Ogoni struggle today, the Ogoni Bill of Rights, is a bedrock of Ogoni struggle today, without which there won't be Ogoni struggle today. Because it's in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, it stipulates what we want, our demand. So many that are not privy to the Ogoni Bill of Rights do not understand what we want. And the Ogoni Bill of Rights was presented to the federal government of Nigeria on October 2nd, 1990. That was a military junta that was headed by President Ibrahim Babangida. He said he was a Maradona, so he decided to Maradonically play around the whole issue and never did anything for the Ogoni people. And until he said he stepped aside and handed over to Shonekon, and Abacha came and took over from there, and we all knew what Abacha did, and today it is all history. So I want to quickly go into the Ogoni Bill of Rights to let you know, giving you an introduction so that you understand why Ogoni people agitate. You understand why Ogoni people need freedom. So let me go to the Ogoni Bill of Rights. I'm going to page 9, because apart from the first page, which is the forward by Kensara Onwewa, and then the other one by the statement or address by Dr. Gary B. Layton, which is the first Muslim president. Let me go to page 9 so that you can truly understand what is in the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Now, he said, Ogoni Bill of Rights, presented to the government and people of Nigeria. We, the people of Ogoni, Babe, Gokana, Kenkana, Yonkana, and Tai, numbering about 500,000, being a separate and distinct ethnic nationality within the Federal Republic of Nigeria, wish to draw the attention of the government and people of Nigeria to the undermentioned facts. 1. That the Ogoni people, before the advent of British colonialism, were not conquered or colonized by any other ethnic group in present-day Nigeria. 2. That British colonization forced us into the administrative division of Bobo from 1908 to 1947. 3. That we protested against this forced union until the Ogoni Native Authority was created in 1947 and placed under the Den Rivers Province. 4. That in 1957, we were forcibly included in the eastern region of Nigeria, where we suffered utter neglect. 5. That we protested against this neglect by voting against the party in power in the region in 1957 and against the forced union by testimony before the Willing Commission of Inquiry into Minority Affairs in 1958. 6. That this protest led to the inclusion of our nationality in Rivers State in 1967, which state consists of several ethnic nationalities with differing cultures, languages, and aspirations. 7. That oil was struck and produced in commercial quantities on our land in 1958 at Kedere, Bomu oil field. 8. That oil has been mined on our land since 1958 to this day from the following oil fields: 1. Bomu, 2. Bodo West, 3. Tai, 4. Kurukuru, 5. Yola, 6. Lubara Creek, and 7. Afam by Shell Petroleum Development Company, Nigeria Limited. 9. That in over 30 years of oil mining, the Ogoni nationality have provided the Nigerian nation with a total revenue estimated at over 40 billion naira or $30 billion. 10. That in return for the above contribution, the Ogoni people have received nothing. 11. That today the Ogoni people have 1. No representation whatsoever in all institutions of the federal government of Nigeria. 2. No pipe-borne water. 3. No electricity. 4. No job opportunities for the citizens in federal, state, public sector, or private sector companies. 5. No social or economic project of the federal government. 12. That the Ogoni languages of Gokana, Kana are underdeveloped and are about to disappear, whereas other Nigerian languages are being forced on us. 13. That the ethnic policies of successive federal and state governments are gradually pushing the Ogoni people to slavery and possible extinction. 14. That the Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria Limited does not employ Ogoni people at a meaningful or any level at all, in defiance of the federal government's regulations. 15. That the search for oil has caused several land and food shortages in Ogoni, one of the most densely populated areas of Africa. Average 1,500 per square mile. National average 300 per square mile. 16. That neglectful environmental pollution laws and substandard inspection techniques of the federal authorities have led to the complete degradation of the Ogoni environment, turning our homeland into an ecological disaster. 17. That the Ogoni people lack education, health, and other social facilities. 18. That it is intolerable that one of the richest areas of Nigeria should wallow in abject poverty and destitution. 19. That successive federal administrations have trampled on every minority right enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution to the detriment of the Ogoni, and have, by administrative structuring and other noxious acts, transferred Ogoni wealth exclusively to other parts of the Republic. 20. That the Ogoni people wish to manage their own affairs. Now, I want you to listen to the one I'm going to read after now. Now, the one I've just read, the 20 points I've just read to you, are the reasons why Ogoni people agitate. Now, these are the reasons that causes, pain in our heart. So, now, listen to our demand carefully. He said, now, therefore, while reaffirming our wish to remain a part of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we make demand upon the Republic as follows: that the Ogoni people be granted political autonomy to participate in the affairs of the Republic as a distinct and separate unit by whatever name called, provided that this autonomy guarantees the following: A. Political control of Ogoni affairs by Ogoni people. B. The right to the control and use of a fair proportion of Ogoni economic resources for Ogoni development. C. Adequate and direct representation as of right in all Nigerian national institutions. D. The use and development of Ogoni languages in Ogoni territory. And E. The full development of Ogoni culture. F. The right to religious freedom. And G. The right to protect Ogoni environment and ecology from further degradation. So we make the above demand in the knowledge that it does not deny any other ethnic group in the Nigerian Federation of their rights, and that it can only conduce to peace, justice, and fair play, and hence stability and progress in the Nigerian nation. We make the above demand in the belief that, as Obafemi Awolowo has written, in a true federation, each ethnic group, no matter how small, is entitled to the same treatment as any other ethnic group, no matter how large. We demand these rights as equal members of the Nigerian Federation, who contribute and have contributed to the growth of the Federation and have a right to expect full returns from that Federation, adopted by the general acclaimed of the Ogoni people on the 26th day of August 1990 at Bori, Rivers State, and it was signed by Ogoni leaders, chiefs, and the rest. Now, this is the cardinal thing that the Ogoni demands. If you want to talk about the Ogoni issue, you can't do it without the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Ogoni Bill of Rights is so important that is like a roadmap for us. We can't divert. We have to go that way, because that is what will set freedom for every Ogoni citizen. You see, when Ken Saro-Wiwa came up, many thought he was a madman, he was joking. The restructuring people are talking about today was what he was talking about, so that everybody can be free within the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and not this unitary system that is being used to deprive people of their wealth, destroy their land, and take things away from them. It's very wrong. So I want to tell us, Ogoni people, it's time we have to arise. We have to pray, because we have the power to decide what we want in this nation. We will not allow people to take us for granted anymore. We have to pray. We have to decide how we want Ogoni to go. We have to decide. We have the right. And through prayers, we can do that. We won't go to the devil. We will go to God. So that was the basic thing that led to the death of Ken Saro-Wiwa, because he was able to mobilize his people and spoke the truth. But people don't like the truth. The Nigerian government don't like the truth. They always believe in cheating. And that must stop. So today, we Ogoni people, we need to arise. We need to pray for our leaders, because the Bible says, when a good leader is in position, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. But when the evil one rules, the people suffer. We need to pray for most of leadership, because they will make decisions on our behalf. And if they make wrong decisions, it will be at our own detriment. So we need to pray for them. Mr. Lebo Simpia Agbara, Fegarum Suke, and the rest, we have to pray for them. We don't leave them like that. We need to let them know that they are accountable to us. So we need to pray, back them up with prayers, so that even when they make mistakes unknowingly, their mistake can be good for us. If we love them, we need to be closer to them. We need to talk to them. We need to pray for them, so they can make good decisions. If you leave them that way, they can get tired and make some decisions that are not good at all. So we need to pray for them. So I'm calling upon the Ogoni people right now to arise. Join that Facebook page. In subsequent videos, I'll be talking about how the prayers will go. I'll be dropping prayer topics. And then we have to pray for our land. It's time to arise. Let me tell you, the signal is in the air, if you don't know. So we have to pray. We need to pray. Before I end this video, I want to tell you something. Ken Saro-Wiwa, before he died, before he was hanged, he said, God, because he has been tried for about 4 times, he didn't die, nothing happened to him. And finally he said, God, if it be that my death will liberate Ogoni people, allow me to die. What a courageous man. Listen. And do you know what happened? While on the gallows, while he was on the gallows, he said, Lord, take my soul, but let the struggle continue. He handed over the struggle back to God. It was God that gave him the struggle. Go and mobilize my people so they can be free. I always like to call him the Moses of the Ogoni people. Like I used to call Birabi the Abraham of the Ogoni people. So we need to understand. Ken Saro-Wiwa handed this struggle back to God. So we need to go to God in prayers. We have to do that. It is prayer we need. We need prayer no matter what we are doing. No matter the negotiation we are making, the lobby, the dialogue, whatsoever. But we need to back them up with prayers so that things can go smoothly for us. Without prayers, my people, nothing works. So we need to understand this. And for those calling for oil resumption in the Ogoni land, you've missed it, my people. Listen to me clearly. No oil, no drop of oil will come out of that land. Because the purpose for which that oil was stopped has not been fulfilled. Ogoni Bill of Rights must be fulfilled to the letter before we can do what? Talk about oil exploration. Because now we can't do that. If the oil is being explored now, how is the Ogoni people going to benefit from it? They will take everything to Abuja, then right there they will share it and give to everybody. And at the end of the day, what will Ogoni people benefit? Our land has been destroyed. Our people were killed. Over 4,000 Ogoni people were killed. Ken Saro-Wiwa and other 8 people were hanged. Such a barbaric act. And today, some people, because of greediness, are calling for Shell and government to come and take oil in Ogoni land. It's impossible. Listen to me. We will pray. We will pray. If you don't know that prayer works, we will tell you prayer works. Because God is in heaven. And God is going to come down and decide for us. God is going to come down to do things, unimaginable things. If you think that God is assist, from doing miracles, you will see miracles. I'm challenging my people, Ogoni people, let's arise. Friends of Ogoni people, arise with us. Speak with us. Pray with us. Because we need it. We need it. Ogoni people, it is time. The time is now. We need to behave like the children of Issachar that understood the time and knew what Israel should do at that particular time. What we should do now, we have to arise and pray to back up whatever we are doing. And I want to say this. You say, in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, it's a masterpiece. It's a beautiful book indeed. I'm urging every Ogoni sons and daughters to go and get this book so you understand and know you are right. And friends of Ogoni, please try and get this book so that you know what we want. In the book, when the government has failed to address this situation, now the Ogoni people mandated MOSOP to make representations to the international community, UN and the rest, and foreign governments. So let me read that portion in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, so you understand exactly how far we've gone. He said, the international community should, 1, prevail on the American government to stop buying Nigerian oil. It is stolen property. 2, prevail on Shell and Chevron to stop flaring gas in Ogoni. 3, prevail on the federal government of Nigeria to honor the rights of the Ogoni people to self-determination and autonomy. 4, prevail on the federal government of Nigeria to pay all royalties and mining rents collected on oil mined from Ogoni since 1958. 5, prevail on the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund to stop giving loan to the federal government of Nigeria. All loans which depend on their repayment on the exploitation of Ogoni oil resources. 6, send urgent medical and other aid to the Ogoni people. 7, prevail on the United Nations, the Organization of African Unity, which is now AU, and the Commonwealth of Nations to either get the federal government of Nigeria to obey the rules and more so of these organizations, face sanctions, or be expelled from them. 8, prevail on the European and American governments to stop giving aid and credit to the federal government of Nigeria, as aid and credit only go to encourage the further dehumanization of the Ogoni people. 9, prevail on European and American governments to grant political refugee status to all Ogoni people seeking protection from the political persecution and genocide at the hands of the federal government of Nigeria. And 10, prevail on Shell and Chevron to pay compensation to the Ogoni people for ruining the Ogoni environment and the health of Ogoni men, women, and children. That was the appeal to the international community. So, I want to say that, you see, the federal government decided to mislead the people of Nigeria. They lied against the Ogoni people, telling them that the Ogoni people want to break away from Nigeria. It is not so. We reaffirm our wish to remain in Nigeria, but give us political autonomy. What is wrong in you giving us a state? This is Ogoni state, provided it to be managed by Ogoni people. We don't want to be attached with other people, so that nobody will feel marginalized again. And secondly, talking about economic control. Listen, if you give us a state, it is not going to be where the resources will be mined and then sent to Abuja. No, we don't want that. We will control the resources. All we need to do is to share with the federal government. We either, Ogoni can take 70%, we take 30% to the federal government, or Ogoni will take 60%, 40% to the federal government, or the list is 50-50, so that Ogoni people can use it to develop themselves. And it should be applicable in other regions of Nigeria. Every other region in Nigeria. Listen to me. Nigeria is blessed. Nigeria is rich. There is no land that is not blessed. It's just that some people's eyes are not open to what they have. What happened to Granite Pyramid? In the north, they have vast land. They can do good things with that land, but their eyes are not open. Their eyes are only concentrated on oil, which is wrong. God did not cheat any land. God did not cheat any people. He blessed everybody. It's like an individual that doesn't understand his gift. So you keep concentrating on people. Oh. But you forget you have what God has given to you. So there is no land in Nigeria that is not blessed. What happened to palm fruit? What happened to cocoa? We abandoned everything. Let me tell you, before any nation can survive, you must have a strong agricultural base. If you lack food to eat, you are in trouble. What happened to our agriculture? We stopped everything. Everything is oil, oil, oil. It has to stop. We need to go back to those things. But first and foremost, we have to restructure Nigeria so that Nigeria, every other people can control what they have and contribute to the center fairly. That is it. But if you refuse to do this, I'm telling you the truth. Listen, Nigeria will break up if you don't restructure Nigeria. It is not a threat. It is just a simple knowledge. It is just a simple advice. What will play out, you'll be surprised because people are tired. So my people, I will end this message here. I have a lot to talk in subsequent videos. Thank you very much and God bless you.